Book.io is a Web3 company publishing ebooks and audiobooks on the blockchain. On April 20th this year, they will host their first convention, the Book.io Con. What is this event? Is it worth it? Let's dive in. Book.io Con is the celebration of what Book has accomplished so far. From not even selling out their first collection, the Gutenberg Bible, back in July 2022, to having sold more than 200,000 NFTs 18 months later. From ebooks to audiobooks, from Cardano to multi-chain, Book has been moving at an incredible pace. This con will be the opportunity to celebrate this success, connect with the community, and hear from strategic partners. How do you do all this in one day? Let's look at the schedule. So here's the schedule. We can see that it's actually on 2 days, although 19th of April is just a VIP dinner. There are VIP tickets that are quite pricey, but I'll get to that later. We're gonna focus on the main day of the event, which is April 20th, 420. All right, so we start early, okay, 8:30, 9:30, no worries there. It's at the Cotton Mill, which is in McKinney, Texas. It's where the Book.io company is headquartered. And where we can see you can enjoy a coffee or mimosa. So I think it sets the tone. It's like at the airport, there's no right time or wrong time to drink. Then we start with a 15-minute speech of Ben Illian, the co-founder of Book.io, I guess just to welcome everyone. And then the heavy hitters are coming in already with Charles Hoskinson, one of the creators of the Cardano blockchain. And he's going to talk precisely about that, Cardano and the future of blockchain. I think it's amazing that we have such an influential person coming to this first event. It shows or it hints at the kind of connections that may exist between Book and the Cardano Foundation, Emergo, and those commercial entities of Cardano. Personally, I'm kind of excited to meet Charles. Not because he's my idol or anything like this, but because whether you like him or not, what he created is huge. It's very significant. Like, we are almost the same age. He's a billionaire, I am not. So I'm very curious where the difference lies. I'm kind of joking, but the point is that you cannot deny he's a very smart individual. And I'm really curious what kind of insight I can gain from talking with him. So really looking forward to his 1 hour speech or presentation. Then we move on with Matt Mason. I do not know that person. So Matt will talk for 30 minutes about driving community through books. So let's check his speaker page. So we can see he's the CEO and co-founder of Dazzle Ship, a metaverse gaming studio, okay. And he was previously the chief marketing officer at Kraken. So some heavy hitter here too. We can see he was named number 11 on the list of 100 most creative people in business. So definitely not a random guy, someone who has experience. And I think this topic is very interesting because when you think about it, the way Book wants to function is to create those book clubs, so that authors can connect with their audience. So I think this particular presentation may be of interest to authors and independent authors who will want to harness the power of the community. So how to build the community, how to maybe make your readers more loyal to you, get them more engaged. So I think this will be interesting for creators. Then we know there's a publisher panel, but TBA, so we don't know who's there. Then an hour and a half for lunch. Yeah, the ticket includes everything, so don't worry, you just go your hands in the pockets and you listen to very smart people, you connect with other attendees, with the speakers, and you enjoy free food and free drinks. So this day, you take care of yourself. Then we move forward with Paul Jenkins' presentation about authors' insight into Web3. Paul Jenkins, he minted with Book.io a book called Curiosity, and I think he's very popular on blockchain in general. I'm pretty sure he was involved in a different project before, and you may know him because Well, he's a New York Times bestseller, and I'm pretty sure he was also involved in Marvel Comics to some extent. I'll put a note on the video just to confirm this. Nonetheless, we have an author who is involved in Web3, so someone who can have very interesting insight on what's the difference between traditional publishing and Web3, the advantages of blockchain, of owning your books and connecting directly with your audience. This is also very important because I'm personally an investor in I have book tokens, and I plan to be a reader, especially when read-to-earn will start. But it will also be, like book.io will also be very driven by authors. And it's important to know that there are authors that see really interesting benefits into this concept, because the authors are producing the content for the readers to read, and we really need both sides of the equation. So the fact that such a person will be speaking is a good sign that, okay, authors are on board, they will come to book.io, put their books, and as a reminder, if you're an author and you want to mint, to publish your book with book.io, you need to buy book tokens. So authors are also playing a vital role from that perspective. Okay, we move forward. So Paul Jenkins, 45-minute presentation, then 30-minute presentation from Chad Huggins, marketing and growth. I am not familiar with that person. So who are you, Chad? Chief Growth Officer at Flick. Yes, Flick. Yeah, now it's coming back to me. So Flick is somehow like IPFS. I mean, more precisely, they use IPFS. So what they offer are basically decentralized storage services. So I'm pretty sure, or at least it hints at book.io working with Flick, so we can see hosting, storage, gateways. Yeah, they work with Filecoin or with where is Yagon? ? But here what's interesting is that, well, it's I would say more of an infrastructure partner, and that will also be interesting because one may think, okay, when book.io will publish millions of books, where are we gonna fit them? Will the blockchain become super slow? Is there enough space for all of this? Will my reading app load for 30 seconds before displaying a page because the network is congested? So there's a real question there. Like, we don't think about it, but for everything to run smoothly, we need good infrastructure. And the fact that this person has some ties with Polygon is also a good sign, because while we have Mark Cuban, who is an investor in book.io, but also in Polygon, he published his book on Polygon. There are other books published on that blockchain. So it really shows that book.io is chain agnostic and is not only trying to take advantage of other communities, try to extract liquidity from other blockchains, but rather they build those strategic partnerships. They know people there, they have the connections. And I think it's not only about money, but also about the network. And book.io cannot build everything by themselves. They need those allies who are in those other ecosystems for a while and can share their services and their experience. So you see, even if it's not people that you would necessarily listen to at first, actually they all make sense. Then we move on to a blockchain keynote, whoever that will end up being, little break, so free drinks, free food. And then we move to the state of ebooks with Margaret Harrison. Margaret, she's the Vice President of Digital Services at Ingram Content Group. Ingram is another investor of book.io, and they are the leading book distributor in the world. So if you have a book, chances are that they printed it. They are really a huge player. Like, everyone in the industry knows them. So you can think that well, if they invest in book, they know what they are doing. But that being said, what's interesting here is that we are close to mint and print. So the ability to to print the NFT books that you own with the cover that you have. And this will be very interesting because, as you know, there are many covers that are unique, meaning that if you have this NFT with a unique cover and you print the book, well, you are the only person in the world to have this book with this exact cover. And I can definitely see some kind of business where you just print those books and sell them. Not sure how it's gonna work from a a legal perspective, copyrights and things like this. Personally, I'm more interested in maybe printing the classics and then having a library, a physical library that will really be cool. It will be very graphic, very nice covers. Like it will make you want to read. I think by itself, such library, such bookshelf can be a treasure. Can just look at it. It will just look cool. Maybe cool is not a real argument, but damn, I want to look at such a bookshelf in my home. So here it's also a good sign to see that Ingram, as an investor, also participates to the convention. It means that relationships are good, and they believe they want to support the company they invested in. And now we move to someone who I had no idea who he was, but actually that is huge. And first of all, look, Web3 music for a presentation, but it's called a book. Why are we talking about music or inviting someone who has experience in that? Well, maybe stuff.io will have something to do with it. So who is Rio? Rio is the Chief Business Officer at Music Smash. That's not easy to say. And well, he had a lot of experience with Sony Music, Sony Picture Entertainment, Universal. But first and foremost, this guy was the president and CEO of Vivo. Like Vivo or Vevo, I don't know how to say that. The joint venture between the music industry and Google/YouTube. If you go on YouTube and you look for Vivo, you see here 20 million subscribers, and they have a lot of videos about music, about artists, live videos. So Vivo, they are everywhere. So this is big. What is this guy doing at the BookCon? Well, if we read here, we see that he's an advisor to Book.io and currently serves as Chief Business Officer for Music Smash. So what's happening in there? For me, it's kind of weird. Weird, but in a good sense. We heard Josh, the CEO of Book.io, say before that DEAs, decentralized encrypted assets, can be anything. Now it's a book, but in the book you can put a video, like on the Gutenberg Bible. So if you can put video, you can probably put music as well. Vivo, they seem known for music videos, so could you own a music video? Or maybe a concert? I know I have a few Iron Maiden DVDs of their live performances, so maybe it would be cool to own that on the blockchain as well. So this, it's suspicious. And then there's another panel, and we end up with the keynote of Joshua Stone, the CEO. So here we will hear probably what happened, but more importantly, what is gonna happen. Remember that this year, 2024, is when Book will build. So new app, more ebooks on the platform, the self-publishing portal, the marketplace. So much is gonna happen. It's gonna really flesh out the whole ecosystem of Book. I suppose Read to Earn could also come this year. So we are just in January. In 12 months, or by the end of the year, the landscape will be so different, and we will be so ready to welcome the masses. So that's why I think this Book.io con is really a pivotal moment in the history of book. Right now it's just Web3 people, some smart investors, getting together and believing in the vision that there's a better world out there where we can leverage blockchain to protect authors, connect them with their readers, and so on. Right now it's just a tight-knit community, but in 1 year I think it will be very different. So after a full day of listening to panelists and speakers, we'll get, we VIPs, but I'm lucky to be one, we'll get a 1 hour cocktail session with the speakers, and that will be amazing. The VIP tickets are super limited, so I'm pretty sure I'll get the chance to talk to all those people I just introduced. I really wonder what I will learn from them. Amazing. And then after that, there is a dinner, a Texas-style barbecue dinner. So I know there are vegetarian options, so that's fine. But personally, really looking forward to experience this. And finally, an after party. So for 3 hours, again, DJ, open bar. So a great way to end the day. So as you can see, it's one day where you sit down, you eat, you drink, and you listen to very smart people, and all of which are connected one way or the other with book. Either they helped them in the past, or they are advising them now, or maybe they will help in the future. I think we'll really connect the dots, and there will be so much alpha. That's for sure. I want to go to another page, which is the one of the speakers, the speaker list, because here I noticed 2 people that are not on the, actually a bit more than 2, 5 people that were not in the schedule. I'm not gonna go through all of them. I don't know, maybe they're not confirmed yet, or we don't know in which time slot they will be put. But one that caught my attention is Keith here. Because Keith is not just anyone. He's the CEO of Ulysses Press. So this is a publisher. Why do publishers matter? Because, they will want to put their books on the blockchain. And it's not just the one book they wrote. It's the thousands, the dozens of thousands, the hundreds of thousands of titles they own. So we just need one publisher to put their full catalog on book, and the demand for the book token will explode. Like, it's gonna be off the charts. So it's interesting to see that book.io doesn't only serve the authors and independent authors that want to get out of Kindle, but also actual, or I say bigger actors of the industry, such as publishers. And what I found interesting in his bio was that we can see here that the publishing houses he works within, they have a global reach through distribution by Simon & Schuster. A few weeks ago, Josh was back in New York to talk with these people. So that's not a coincidence. And if we scroll down a little further, we see that he teaches at NYU, and he holds a position on the board of directors. Also, a few weeks ago, when Josh was in New York, he had a presentation there. So I think this Keith person is a very strong ally of book.io, and really curious to hear what he has to say, because I've never heard of him before. He doesn't seem to be connected to Web3 in any way, not the traditional business. So I'm really curious to hear what advantages he sees in book.io, and why is he helping them, and what kind of synergy he sees there. So someone, I don't know in which time slot he will be, but I think he will have interesting insight from the industry perspective. Because remember, book.io, they're gonna disrupt the industry. It's not Amazon 2.0, just fancy or what. They're just gonna turn everything upside down. And the fact that they have big investors and all those connections with publishers and known authors, and that they're also on board, it looks like this movement can really spread to the whole industry, and then the paradigm will shift. So personally, very, very bullish on this event. So how do you attend? Do you need to go to Texas? Well, not necessarily. You can buy a virtual ticket to have the virtual access, $200, and so you will get access to live stream all day long. So you will hear all those presentations. You will get all the alpha, but not only that, but you will also get 2 books. Here it's written 2 exclusive book DA drops. So you get 2 books, potential future airdrops, foreshadowing. So $200, it's cheap. But then let's put things in context. I'm gonna show you something. Let's go to JPEG Store and look at a book called Meditations. Meditations. What is this book? It's a book, probably the highest floor on the whole collection. On all the books, so more than 150 books that book minted as NFTs, this one is on top. And how come? Well, Meditation was sold during CNFTCon. CNFTCon back in October 2022. You could buy it for 100 ADA. 100. Now it's 2,200. It was limited to 400 NFTs. And it's one of the rarest books. It's simple, no supply, demand. And now it's in even more demand because Book is doing the Monday Meditation series where you need this book to get discounts and to get airdrops. So this is really a collector item. I remember at the time of CNFTCon, there was one guy, he was there, he bought 6 or 7 meditations and he sold them right away on secondary and he paid for whole his trip. I mean, if you buy something 100 ADA, at the time, I don't want to say something incorrect, so maybe we can look here. What was the floor around the con, CNFTCon? So it was out on October 8th, it looks like. Okay, floor price doesn't really matter here. Yeah, it looks like the first couple of days it sold for around 400 and then it went back to 200 ADA and then steadily climbed and then, well, then it just went crazy. So this book was also a book available only if you attended the event, and it was limited to 400 NFTs. If you attend virtually book.io con, you will get probably a very similar book, a book that is tied to an event and that is very limited. The team mentioned that they would limit the number of tickets. Even if it's virtual, they will sell out. At some point, you won't be able to buy. And the reason they do that is because those 2 books they will airdrop to the ticket holders, while they have rarity built in. So if they want to respect this rarity, and probably those unique covers, they need to limit the number of tickets. We don't know how many tickets they will sell in virtual access, but I want to guess a few hundreds, because Meditations was 400, so I guess they will try to keep that. So that sounds reasonable to me. So you will get 2 books like this. Now I need to temper a little bit, because if you go back to the list of tickets, we see there is a general admission ticket. So if you go on site, as well as a VIP access ticket, and both those other tickets, they will also include those 2 books that the virtual ticket holders will get. So I think in total, those 2 first books, there may be maybe 1,000 of them. 1,000 or less, that's my guess. So, okay, it's not 400 units like meditations, but you get 2 of them, and well, you have to pay $200 to get them. So I don't see anyone paper handing them and not making their money back. So I think this is kind of a safe approach. You buy your ticket for the virtual access, you get your 2 books, you hold or you sell, but I think the floor will stay reasonably strong on those ones. By the way, if you hold a Gutenberg Bible, you can access the OG Book Club on Discord, and you will see some discount codes. The prices that you see here on the page, it's public price. OG price is much more interesting. For instance, the virtual access ticket is half price, so just $100. So just putting it out there, if you hold a Gutenberg Bible and you're not on Discord, please come, please join the OG Book Club and get your discount. Okay, now I'm moving to the next ticket, the general admission one. So here we are on site, and well, what changes a lot, why do we jump from $200 to $700, is because where you get all this pampering at the con. So you get those free drinks, those free food, and direct access to the speakers. So I don't know how expensive food and drinks are in the US. Probably not worth $500 difference between the 2 tickets. But that's not all. Here we can see that it's 4 book drops that we get. So the 2 from the virtual access plus 2 new ones. So okay, you get 4 books, which should hold a good floor. So already it's a bit more interesting. And if we look at the line below, we see discount on merch. Yeah, in case you didn't realize, at the book.io con, people will be able to buy merch. I have a cap, but I would love to have a hoodie or something like this. And with the general admission ticket, you get a discount. So that may make it more interesting if you really like book.io and you want to support them. And you want to sport this logo when you're out and about. That may also be where you find some value in that ticket. Something we may not think about so often is that, imagine you walk on the streets and you see someone with a Cardano logo. You may not talk to them, but it gives you this message that, hey, Cardano is real. It's not only a digital nation. Now, imagine the same thing with book, but fast forward, 5 years in the future, and book is really, really, really big. And you have the first hoodie of the book.io con. Yes, it's a nerd thing. It's just clout. It's just bragging. But that looks cool. Like, I would definitely wear something like this. Because I was there. The first book.io con, I was there. And personally, that's what motivates me to go. This is historical. I think this event may repeat every year. This year should be a few hundred people, but next year maybe a few thousand. Like, not even exaggerating. Like, everything will be set this year, marketplace will to earn everything. And then why would a normal reader, someone who is not into crypto, why would they keep on paying for Kindle or whatever, when they can do exactly the same thing on book, except that they own their book, they can connect with their authors, they get rewarded for reading and can buy more books. Like, it's a no-brainer, really. So, I want my merch. And then we look at the last ticket, so the VIP one. So VIPs, they get a little bit more things. First of all, you see the price is double what the general admission is. So this is for the really strong supporters. And well, Josh said on Discord there would be 69 tickets. I don't know if he was joking or if it's true, but the venue, I can show that to you now. The venue is called the Cotton Mill. Okay, this is a wedding website, but doesn't matter. What I want to highlight is this. The capacity is up to 350 guests. Now, if you have 350 people, like, what's the share of VIPs you can get? Is it 10%? Is it 20%? Maybe 20. No, 20, that would be 70 people. Josh said 69, so hey, maybe he was not joking in the end. So, what does that mean? You have a ticket and you're one of 70 people. First of all, there's the VIP dinner access on 19th, so the day before the con, where you can meet the book.io team. And this, by itself, if you want alpha, it's there. It's when you talk to people, when they may get a bit drunk and they spill the beans or they share their vision. That's where you bond with them and where you get this juicy info that they will never write until it's really confirmed and the lawyers said it's okay. I mean, not saying they're gonna reveal something they shouldn't, but I'm pretty sure we'll get some good information. And not only that, but you get to see the team. Think about it, those people, they've been building for 2 years. They've been growing. They have billion-dollar companies backing them up. Now you want to see what they're made of. And you want to feel them and see what they're thinking about, what is their vision. So for assessing the team's capabilities, it may be interesting. I mean, very expensive to do it, but I think it's another advantage that maybe is not so obvious, but when you interact with founders, well, you know if it's a rug or not. Obviously, well, there will never be a rug, but see what I mean. You get to size them up. And another VIP thing is this happy hour access. So this 1 hour that you have this cocktail with the speakers. So again, such a privileged time to connect with influential people. We have the ex-CEO from Vivo. We have Charles Hoskinson. We have New York Times best-selling authors. I think Patrick Tobler from Endmaker should be there as well. So all those strong players, each in their own industry, you get direct access to them, you can ask whatever you want, and you can see, again, what is their vision. Because what we all do in blockchain is that we are investing, not necessarily the financial aspect, but we believe, okay, this technology is going to do great things. It's internet 3.0, Web3, and it's going to change everything, and we are here early. So, okay, we're here early, that's cool, but what's next? And these people are the ones that have the vision. So I think very interesting insights will be gained during this connecting, this networking hour. All right, and then we go back to the books. So VIPs, they get 6 books. And now we are talking. Because they get the 2, like the virtual ticket holders. They get 2 more, like general admission. And then they get another 2 that only VIPs get. If indeed it's 70 VIPs, but this book, you may never find it on secondary. Who do you think pays $1,500 to attend a crypto project conference? These are hardcore believers. So you have only 70 of them, and they have this historical book linked to a historical conference. Like, do you think they will just sell it like that? I mean, at the very least, they would sell it to get the money back. So if the ticket price is $1,500, we can think 3,000 ADA. So those VIP books, they will instantly become the most expensive books that Book.io ever dropped. Like that, instantly. So to temper this a little bit, so well, you get 2 books, so you could sell each of them at $750, and you get your ticket back. Also, OGs, they do get a discount. They're not paying this. They get a substantial discount. So, okay, maybe they will sell for less. But this is if they even sell. And that I'm really not convinced. Really, really not. Like Gutenberg Bible, it has tons of utility. It pays for itself with the book token airdrop. Okay. But this is just so freaking rare. Probably around 70 copies in the whole world forever. And I don't even know what the books are. Maybe the books by themselves will also hold particular significance. So, just for that, almost, it's worth it. Personally, very, very excited. And now, as a side note, something not as significant, but still interesting, when we look at the merch, here it says free and discounted merch, so free merch. So this is pretty cool. We all like to get free stuff. So curious to see what it's gonna look like. Nonetheless, I appreciate to get pampered. Free drinks, free food, connecting with such influential people. Maybe Charles Hoskinson will be the only billionaire I meet in my whole life. I mean, does it matter? Will it make me rich? I don't know. But I hope it will make me smarter. Like, I don't have a bucket list, but meeting a millionaire could have been on there. Like, how often can these kind of things happen? Connect with so many influential players. So I will stop here actually and just summarize. So we see, okay, it's 1 day of event. You get 2, 4, or 6 books depending on the ticket you buy. Tickets are pricey, not gonna lie. From $200 to $1,500. But there's a lot of, I would say, intangible value behind, especially when you are in person, because of all those connections you can make, and also connections with other community members. We've been on this Discord for 2 years almost, always the same core group, talking every day, chatting all day long, and it will be great to just meet these people and see who are the other holders. We always talk about our community, diamond hands, whatever, but when you meet them and you meet someone like Mike who bought 50 Bibles and now owns 400s, you could be like, oh no, he's gonna dump on us. But actually, when you speak with him, you realize that this guy, he's in there for the long term. So when you see the type of holders you are together with, you know how strong the community is. Is it paper hands? Is it people with a vision? And then you may feel more or less comfortable with your holdings. So I think there's also some value in that aspect. By the way, from what I understand, if you buy the virtual access ticket, you will get access to streaming. And I'm not sure how it will be with the technical details, but personally, I will set up a special voice chat if needed on Discord, so people attending virtually can also be in there together and talk together. All right, so that was a pretty long video. I hope you found it interesting. If you have any questions about Book or Book.io.com, definitely put it in the comments, ping me, come on Discord. The one thing I want people to realize is the significance of this event. Book will be big, like no doubt about that. they have the investors, they have the vision, they have the work experience. It is gonna happen. So the question is, well, do you want to be there before anyone else? Or do you want to wait for it to be like Audible and Kindle and everyone has it and you just earn tokens? I mean, not judging, you do what you want, but just saying. All right, let's leave it here. Thank you very much for watching. Take care, and until next time.